Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel and to doing some more Christmas crafting. And today I thought I would do something a little different. Well, something that's different for me. It's not really that different. It's just something I haven't done for ages. I had these index card type things left over from when I did a Rachel's challenge recently. So I've coffee dyed these record cards, they are, and backed them with some coffee dyed paper to give them a plain surface. We did stamping on them before. This time I thought I would use some napkins to decorate them. I want to make at least a couple of pockets and possibly a couple of journal cards or something. But also I've got a few pieces of triangle pieces from book pages, which I thought I'd make into some, maybe some little tuck spots. I've got some bigger ones here that I can make into pockets. So I've got a few of those as well that I thought would be quite fun to have a go at decorating. So I'm just going to have a go at doing that. I haven't done this for ages and ages. I've had my little pile of napkins for a while, some that I've bought locally in the supermarket. I think I bought a pack from Etsy, but they were probably a couple of years ago. I'm sure I didn't do anything last year with them, and I really thought it would be nice. I've got quite a nice little bunch here, so I thought it would be nice to do something a bit different with some of these. So I'm just going to bring in my little glue book and see. Let's see how we get on. So I'm going to start with this one and just see what napkins will work on here. This is one of my favourites. I think this is the last piece I've got. Absolutely love this. I think I've used it a few times. Although I was talking about doing pockets, I actually think the only way to put this on would be this way round. And I think I might have to I'm going to either have to lose my little robin or lose the heart. I think I'd be less willing to lose the robin, so I'm going to pop him there. Then I'm going to just do some watering around and tear it off. I think that might be the best thing to do. Or I could just glue on the whole thing, and then just maybe I'll just do the Pam trick with this sanding block thing. Maybe that would be the best way to try it. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I won't have any blank spots. I don't know, I haven't done this for so long, I don't remember how I did it. All I remember is I'll use glue stick and see how it goes. Just cover the whole thing in a bit of glue stick and we'll just try and get it on. It could be a complete disaster. I'd be very sad because it's my last piece. I think I only had one napkin like that and I have used it. Obviously it comes in 4 quarters and this is the 4th piece from that napkin. I think I used it in my very first Christmas journal, and I may have used it when I was making the little mini journal last year for my niece. I've heard that the parcel has arrived in Australia, but it's not her birthday yet, so I do not yet know what her reaction might be to getting the fairy journal, so we'll see. But at least I know it's arrived, and that's important. Oh, come on. No, I want it to go right to the top. So I'll try again. This is always the tricky part, laying it on so you get the bits that you want. Okay. Laid it on flat there, then I think I'll just use a card just to gently pat it into place. So I've got most of the robin, he's just lost a bit of his tail, but that's okay. Right, so that's nice, I like that. So this probably won't be a pocket, it could be a side tuck or a journal card, but it had to be this way round. glued on sufficiently. Seem to be a few bobbly bits, little air bubbles. I think that'll be okay. So I'm just going to leave that to dry and I'll come back and trim it. Put that over here. Right, let's get another one. I've got this, which is rather nice. This is another vertical one, so these are another favourite. These are both on the same, I've used this loads of times, this is from the same serviette. So you get the the Christmas tree and the lamppost, so I'm definitely, oh, that seems to have stuck together. Gonna have to do one of those, I think. But I'm trying to do a couple of horizontal ones, so let's see what else I've got. So I have got that, which is, I don't even know if you can see that, is it Santa with his reindeer, which is also rather nice. It's got this big fold down the middle, which I think it will be hard to get rid of, but I think I've got another one of those somewhere. Yeah, there. Okay. Did I remove I spent a bit of time removing all the backing. I think I managed to get that one off as well. So I haven't got to fiddle about trying to do that. This one's still quite shiny, so that might be quite a nice one to use. Let's see. Oh, that's going that way. It's going the other way. Is that back to front? Oh yes it is. Haha, that's the shiny side. But I don't want that big fold in the middle, so maybe I'll use this side. I'm just going to cut, if I cut this, cut it off at the, yeah, if I cut that round, then I've got a smaller piece to work with. I don't know how clear this image is on screen, but it is really pretty. Santa with his reindeer with the gold background, I like that. Just a bit different. Right. Let's put some glue all over this one again. Not to do too much of the banging. It does make the table sort of reverberate, doesn't it? Okay, well covered, I think. Take it off, otherwise I'll have the napkin stick into my glue book if I don't remove it. Now, see if I can get how many of the reindeer I can actually fit on without losing jolly old Santa. There we are. I think I'm better doing smoothing it with my fingers than with the card. It's a little bit harsh. Smooth it out where the bubbles are a bit. Put a little bit of Mary at the bottom there, but that doesn't matter. At least I've got Santa just about fitted on at the top there, and almost all the reindeer. Okay, so I will again leave that one to dry and then come back and trim it off. So it's that one. I've got another one here. What shall we use? I've got a few I've not used before. I've got quite a few birdie ones. Oh, this is quite a sweet one. Little birds with Santa hats on, which is quite nice. I'm finding actually it's easier to do the whole image over the whole card than trying to go round. There aren't many where I might want to take the image out. I've got that one. Let's hold to see what else I've got. This is also a really pretty one with the blue. I think it's like robins. It looks like robins on there. So it's a bit, the design's a little Spartan, so I probably need to do a bit of extra decorating. But I'm wondering about putting these on some of the, because this is they're quite small, so maybe I'll be able to put those in some of the book page corners. I've got this one, which is, it's a bit young. Not sure about that. I've got a small Santa one, and I did actually cut him out and then never used him before, but I don't think that quite works on here for me. Oh, another favourite. I haven't got much left of this one either. Don't think it's going to fit on here. I love this one. So I might be able to do that on one of the corner tucks. Yep. Okay. Now we have these gorgeous robins. This is a pack, must have been a pack I bought, and the serviettes or napkins, whatever you call them, are that bit smaller than the ones you get from the supermarket, so they're not covering the whole of my card. I don't really want the back end of this. I could actually do this one sort of going round it, couldn't I, with the water, just to take the image out and then add something else to it. Now there it is, a paintbrush. Got buried. Just going to put these ones over the other side so that out of my way. Right, so what I might do with this is just take out I have got a water brush, but it's got a very thick brush on it. I think it came as a pack of 3, and the ones with the thinner brush they seem to have disappeared. Let's try that. See how well that would fit. I need to take a little bit more off. Let's take it around here. And you've got that nice kind of frayed looking edge all the way around then, haven't you? Oops, sticking to me. I'll just take off this little, make this a little bit softer down here. Now, how's that fitting? Just going to have to take a little bit more off the top of his head. As I'm no good at tearing, this is definitely the best method for me. Otherwise I'd end up tearing off half my robin. So what about that there? Yeah, I like that. Right, let's just get the glue. Try and put it where I need it. And I'll get my glue book. Whoops, turned it the wrong way. Right. I think it went up to the top. There we are. And I just had to put a little something up here. Some little enhancements. But yeah, I like those. I'll trim these off a little bit when it's dry. Just going to brush it smooth as best I can. It doesn't have to be super smooth. Alright, okay, so that's that one. I'm just going to allow these to dry each time. Then come back and trim them off and see what we've got. So one more of these. Probably don't need all these, but they will work as journal cards or as pockets, so they'll have some longevity, I suppose. I'll be able to use them next year. Now, what about this one? This is a bit different, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm just going to cut. This is one of the bigger ones. I can cut off. I can find my scissors. There we are. I can cut off the corner, or the corner piece, and see how it looks. The difficulty be which bit do I keep? Obviously I want the central image of the deer, but I've got a rabbit at the bottom and an owl at the top, which they won't both fit on. This might work quite well as a corner tuck, actually. I have to have a look, see how it fits better onto one of those pages than on the journal card shape. Let's have a look. I could put it on there, and I can lose the owl or lose the rabbit, or most of the rabbit. I like the rabbit. And so that would work quite well. I just want to try it with one of these taller corner pockets, see how much I can get on. Not that one. Well, that's an upside down one. Well, I can still do upside down ones, but I think that might work quite well. I might be able to get them all on then, or maybe I'll lose bits of the reindeer. I don't know. So the owl, I'm only get his face. No, that's not going to work. Plan A. Go back to plan A. And I'll cut off the owl, I think. Right. Oops. Oh. See how much I can get out of this one. It's just about at the end. Still a bit of glue there though. Let's just see what we can squeeze out. So you guys getting into your Christmas crafting now. I mean, I'm doing this in the middle of November, and I've only just really got going on this. But by the time you see it, it'll probably be just the beginning of December, I reckon, when this goes. It will be scheduled. So sometimes by that time, by the time I get to December, I often can't find time for a lot of crafting, apart from actually working in my Christmas journal. So I'm hoping I'll get this ready to use by December. It won't be a December daily. I don't do December daily because I just feel it's too much pressure to try and do something on about every day. I've done it twice before in scrapbooking, but it's too hard. So I just want to journal about the things that actually happen around Christmas. I'm sure I've talked about this before. It's just, sorry, I've got to concentrate now, trying to get, for some reason this one has gone a bit bendy. Oh, hang on. No, that's no good. I'm losing too much of my reindeer doing it that way. Let's try again. The others didn't go quite as bendy as this, did they? No. It's hard to tell where to put it when it's super bendy. Okay. That's okay. The rabbit's on. My deer is on. Oh, I've even got the little gold Christmas tree. That's an extra bonus that I wasn't even sure I wasn't aiming at. Wasn't sure what would fit on, so I'm only losing the owl, and that's okay. Oops. Sorry, I forgot to turn it on silent again. Oh. Ooh. Oh no. Okay, gotta be gentle. Got distracted. Scraped off a little bit of his head. Never mind. I might just add a little glitter or something and cover it up. Right, got to get rid of that. I don't know if that's the new one or the old one. Okay, let's that one dry, and then we'll come back and trim it. Okay, let's do this one. I do like a corner tuck. Oh, I haven't really made these really tall ones before. I thought that'd make a change. I don't know how well these will fit. Some of these napkins. I did think that possibly this one might fit. I think I might need it. There's the other one. I've got some different. That's upside down. That's upside down. So I've got this one. See if this one will work any better. Now maybe what I need to do is do it like that. So I've got the robin on, and then the two little, whatever these are, possibly blue tits. Like that. That would look nice. Okay, let's do that. Put my glue on. And I will sew around these. I've actually spent quite a bit of time yesterday sewing around all those journal cards and things and pockets that I made using the masterboards. And I've still got a pile here of masterboard pockets, journal cards and tags. They've all been sewn around now, but they haven't been decorated yet. So that was another option for my video today. But actually, as you've seen me do that, I thought it might be more fun to do something different. I'll have to do those off camera. Otherwise I won't be able to get started on putting the stuff into my journal, will I? I spend too much time. And I have now got quite a lot of ephemera to use, I think. Now, nope, I want to make sure that the rubbing is visible. These are quite tricky to do when you got to just get the images in the right spot. Are you there, Robin? Yes, you are. Okay, so he's there. No, I've lost a bit over at the corner. Might have to patch it, otherwise I'm going to lose him, aren't I? Could do a little. Ooh. Can I do put a little something down here? Maybe I'll put another little robin down there. Just take this piece off. I'll trim it a bit more closely when it's dry. I just thought I might just pop that there. Just want to cover this little corner. Nice thing about using napkins, because they're so see-through, you barely see the join when you join two bits together. Okay, I might just trim off the excess. Don't know if I'll be able to use any more of this. It's a bit patchy, but I thought it would look good on this corner pocket. Okay. Right. Let's do a bit of smoothing. Okay, we'll let that one dry. Got a few drying now. What else we got? I wonder about my. Hang on, I've got some more of these. What else have we got? I've got these little ones. That might be fun to do on one of the smaller ones. So I've got one that might go like that. That fit? Almost. I'm going to cut a bit of that out. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay. Droop, 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 droop. Might have to do another bit of patching, otherwise I'm going to lose my little birds. Yep. bit of patching just there. And I've got to do a little bit up the top there. Try tearing it. Right. Okay. Right. Cute little corner. So these look better when they've all been trimmed and sewn around. They'll look quite good, I think. Right, so that's that one. Let's see, what else have we got? I wanted to possibly was this one not being don't want to use one that hasn't had the back taken off, do I? Got so many others. I wondered about the letterbox. This one. Will it fit? Oh, just. I do it like that. I might have to do a little patch at the top there, I think, because I want the whole of the letterbox to show. Okay. Okay, let's do that one. I have to take this off. Do the other round. Okay. Right. Let's take this off here so I don't get it mixed up. All right. Just got the little robin on as well, that's good. Smooth it down. I'll take a little patch. And pop it at the top there. Oops. Ugh. Yeah, you can't even see the join. There we go. Right. I've got quite a few now, haven't I? Perhaps I should try and do another small one. I wondered about using this little offcut to maybe do one of the little so I could do that as a top tuck something up into it, I'm not sure. I've got this fella, got that one there, could put that there, and then I could put a little bit more of a fence. How would that look? No, it's not gonna be enough. If I could find a way, get this little rabbit on. Okay, might try that. Got a bit close to his ears there. So I could put a little squirrel there. And the little rabbit here. Oh yeah, that would work. Woohoo! That would look sweet. Okay. I think I'll make this the last one, because then we can try and trim them up, ready for sewing. You're not going to need an awful lot of decoration, most of these I don't think. Extra decoration, should I say. I'll just do a little bit of glue. Oh, great bit. Top of it come off there. Where they overlap. And put my little rabbit on. Gosh, glue. Everything's sticking to me. Gonna lose his ears, unfortunately, but otherwise it won't fit on the space. Because I tore him a little close. But I think you can see who he's meant to be. There we are. Okay, right, let's go back to the earlier ones and have a look. See how they're drying. That one out of the way. Let's get this bit out of the way. Right, what was the first? This is the first one I did, wasn't it? So I'm just going to trim it and then maybe just use the sanding block thingy to take all the edges off. Don't know how necessary this is, but I'll give it a try. Bit of a long-winded process this. I'm not sure how successful I am being at it. I might have to do the rest of them off camera and just show you how they look when they're done. Let me just finish doing this one. Well, Pam does a great job of it, but I'm not. Right. Right, well it needs a bit more of a trim and it needs a bit of inking. So I think what I'll do is I'll trim them all up and ink them round, and then you can see how they look when they're ready to be sewn. Right, it's been a few hours since I turned off the camera, so I'm hoping you can see okay, because I've had to put the lights on in my craft room. I've been doing some work on these cards, sort of behind in the background, and there's also been, I've had a long chat with my sister, and anyway, so it's now quite late in the afternoon. It's coming up 4 o'clock, so the light is beginning to go. So what I've done is I've sewn around most of the cards now. The only ones I haven't sewn around, and also I've trimmed them off, of course, as I said I was going to as well. So I've trimmed them and I've inked around them all. These ones I haven't sewn around because I had red thread in my machine, which I've been using for most of these cards. But there are some that don't really lend themselves to being sewn in red. So I want to get my brown thread on the machine, and I've got a whole pile on the machine ready to go as well. And I thought these ones I would possibly do in brown, because I'm getting very low on my red thread now. So that one I will sew around in the brown thread, I think. And I'm not sure about these two little ones, whether I'll sew them at all. I probably will give them a little whiz round. So there's those. The rest of them I have done in red. So I've got this one with the robins. So I thought I'll just show you each one and then do a little bit of decoration if I feel it needs it. They've all got a little bit of something to go on them. So on this one, because I had a little bit of a gap here, so I thought perhaps, I think this is probably going to have to be a pocket. And I've got a bit of red lace there and a little sparkly flower, and I thought that would just finish it off. And then I've got this little label here, which I just want to pop across the bottom there. I think it has got a bit of one of these foam pads on the back, which I don't really like. I wonder if I can get that off. Oh, I think I might be able to. Good. Got rid of that. I don't really like it too thick, even though this is quite bulky. But I want to keep that flat. So I'll just stick those on. I think I'll need my Fabri-Tac for doing these. So there's only a couple of them that I'm doing a little bit more decoration on. This one because it had that space that I hadn't covered with the... Oh gosh, I can't get the top off. Got the top off my glue, look at that. Great big blob of Fabri-Tac. Glued the little topper on. Right, see if I can get it to come down. Come on down, come and play. Getting to the point where all of my glues are getting quite low in the bottles. I'm very low in my art glitter glue, and I know I should replace it, but I'm reluctant to until it absolutely needs to. Don't like wasting it. but at the same time it's quite hard to squeeze out when it's so low. And this one, it's still a fair bit. It's still about half a bottle in this, so it should be okay. I think it just takes a while to get going. Once it starts, it's usually okay. It's coming out slowly, a little bit. Yeah, so we haven't just heard from my youngest daughter, the one who's getting married. They've now booked the venue and they've got the date fixed, so that's a big thing decided. She was telling us where, showing us sent us the link for the venue that they've picked. And then she sent us a little message going, "It's really happening now, isn't it?" It's like, ah! Reality has kicked in. It's actually happening. Yes, it is. You're really doing it. You're really getting married. I don't think any of us... I think her dad and I thought that neither of them were ever going to get around to it. So it's very exciting. Yep, so that's happening next year. It's going to be an autumn wedding. It's going to be very, very lovely. The colours are going to be fabulous. Okay, let's put that on there. I love these sparkly poinsettias. But I don't think it would work if I was going to do it as a journal card. It'll have to be a pocket, I think, because it'd be too bulky. Unless you had it going in just a little way like that, if it was in a sideways. And then I don't really need the Fabri-Tac for gluing this on, do I? Maybe I'll stick with it now I've got it going. And there are some brads there, so that might be better actually. Sticking those bits on. Yeah, so I'd just been talking to my sister before I got the message from Hannah that they've chosen their venue, and I'll be just saying to her, well, we know when it is, we just don't know where it is yet. Now we do. So I'll have to let her know. This bit looks a bit... No, I think it is fixed. Okay, so that's that one. I like the little robins. Okay, so there's one. And this one, this gold one, I think the red goes lovely on the gold. But if you can see, I've made a right mess of the sewing as usual. Going round this bit is always a bit tricky. So I think I'm going to manage to find a way to cover that up. I've got a few bits here. So I've got this little piece of gold trim. I'm just going to put across the top there, just on that one side. And put that there. I'll do that first. And then that hides that boo-boo. Which way round does this go? That way, I think. And then I've got another one of these sparkly flowers that I should put there. I've done the half circle, so that will tell me this has to be a pocket. On there. And then I've got some red lace to go across the bottom. Just move that over a little bit. I think actually it needs a bit more glue. So it's got this bit of sort of wire in the middle holding it all together. Hold that down, keep it flat. Then I'll put a bit of lace. I didn't have quite enough, I had this piece already cut. So, and it doesn't quite go all the way across, so I'm going to put a flower, a red flower at the end. Oops. Just pop that along there. The red and the gold go really nicely together. And you can still see the Santa and his, or two of his reindeer in the background. I'm just going to pop that one there. I've realised I've got bits of ephemera in boxes and little plastic bags all over the place. I'm just surrounded by little ephemera pieces in tiny bags and all over the place. So I'm really seriously considering making one of these ephemera holders. I think Rachel's made one. I mean, loads of people have been making them, so I'm going to have a think about how I might want to make one of those, and I think that'd be my next project. I put the album or the journal together, but then I've got to wait until we actually do anything Christmassy before I can start working in it. So I will put some pockets and things in, but I'm not be able to fill it until I start using it, really, am I? So, okay, so that's that one. Sorry, can you see that? Okay, then these few. So I've got this one. So they've all been sewn around, and I think that bit of red sewing around the edge really finishes them off, so they don't need much else. So it's just a little space here. So I'm going to put this little label which says greatest gift, because these are stockings and they have gifts in, so that seemed an appropriate one, and it was the right sort of size that I wanted just to pop in that space. I think I can probably get away with the glue stick with this one, with these. The last few are only going to have a label on, they don't need much else. Okay. There's that little label there. I love that one. I love that with the red sewing. And here's another one that I really like with this, the birds and the music. It still looks Christmassy without being overtly Christmassy. With the red berries. And I'm just going to put Merry Christmas there. Do I need to ink around that? Maybe I do, just a touch. Alright, whoops. I'm just going to put it just there. So that's one corner tuck. Really like that. The only other thing is I could put a bit of red. I might put a bit of red rickrack or some sort of red trim along the edge. I've just realised I've done them both the same way round. I meant to have one going that way. Oops. I didn't do that right, did I? I may have to make another one. Because I do like to have one facing each way, and that was the plan. But there we go. I didn't do that, so never mind. I have to see if I've got anything else I can perhaps make another one going the other way. Right, I just wanted to put this one on here because I thought that went quite nicely in that little blank corner. Joy to the world. And there it is. So let me just see what I've got in the way of red trims. Have I got them handy? I do have some red rickrack. Got a really narrow one. I do have some other. I've got another bag of trims over here. I've got this one. I also like. Oh, I've got a couple. I bought quite a few at the end. Did quite a bit of shopping at the end of last year, ready for this year, and then I haven't really used many of them, so maybe I'll do different ones on each one. Is this too wide? I think it is. What about this one? Nope, that way. About that on there. Yep, I think I will. I do like a bit of a trim along the edge of pockets. And this one is quite nice. It's got a nice little slightly scallopy edge. Oops. Yep. Okay, that one's nice. Just finishes that off. And on this one, I think I might do my old friend Rick Rack. I've got this one. I think I've got 3 different sizes of Rick Rack. I like Rick Rack, can you tell? Just think it finishes things off. So I'm just going to do a little, try and do a little bead because this is quite narrow. Ooh, that's not a little bead, is it? That's a big bloop. Ooh. I'd go for the art glitter glue, but I don't think it'll hold it quickly enough. Just going to try and do a little thin line. Not sure how successful I've been in that, but let's see. I'm getting my knuckles covered in the Fabri-Tac as I'm going along. So I'm dragging them across the glue. Right, that's that one. It just finishes it off. Right, so there we are. So I've got these 2 matching, well not matching, but corner pockets going the same way, unintentionally. This gorgeous journal card, which I love. I've got these 3 that still got to be sewn around, which I've got to change the thread on my machine to do these. So I think the brown would look better with those. Where's the others? And then I've got these 2. Got my gold one. And my robins. I really love the robin one as well. So that's it. That's my napkin covered journal cards and pockets. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope it's not too shadowy and horrible. It's getting quite dim outside, which is why I've got as many lights on as I can, and hopefully you can see what these are looking like. Thank you for joining me today, and do join me again soon. Bye for now.